Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for a bonus banger, y'all. It's time for a bonus banger, man. That's a lock. It's time for a bonus banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, man, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the mornings, man, and I promise y'all, it's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process though, man. And that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's it, man. I want y'all to just think about the people that matters the most, man. That's your family, man. It be so many people out here that's running around just getting in trouble, man. And a lot of these guys got kids, man. A lot of these people got kids, several kids, man. And like, I just don't really feel like we think about these people before we get in trouble. Y'all out here doing whatever you want, man. When you get locked up, you wonder why when you get out, your kids grow up to be what you are now. Somebody that's gonna go to jail, man. Like, you can stop the cycle by teaching them this isn't the way, by staying out there with them, man. You gotta be out here with the kids to show them this isn't the way to do it. You can't rely on somebody uncle or somebody granddad or stepdad, or we can't put our kids in these people's futures, man. We can't do it, man. We have to put ourselves in the kids' futures, man, and make sure everybody grows up right, man. We gotta stay out here to be able to do that though, man. Everybody that's out here getting in trouble, man, I don't be thinking about y'all kids when y'all be out here wilding, man. I know y'all don't, man. Y'all be thinking about y'all homies. Y'all be thinking about y'all block. Y'all be thinking about everything else except what really matters. And that's your family, your immediate family, man. Those are the people that's gonna suffer the most when you get arrested. And everybody gets arrested, man. Trust me, man. But if you wanna live that life and go through that and put your family through that, then go ahead and do it. I did it, but I learned from my situation. I'm never going back to that situation again. You know what I mean? I'm here to tell y'all today you can turn your life around if you really want to, man. You just gotta really want to. That's all you gotta do. Walk away from what you got going on. Get away from your ops. Get away from your home. Get away from everybody except your family. Get around them. You really wanna change yourself if you wanna change. And that's just what it boils down to at the end of the day, man. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is a bonus banger. So what I need y'all to do this one. Let's get this. Let's get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called He Was a Rat That Was Dangerous. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation. But we are aware, people. We in penitentiary, man, where crazy things happen all the time. I'm telling y'all, man, like, it be dudes that come in penitentiary, man, especially in the beginning when all that snitching stuff started happening, that they really showed signs that they didn't care, man. You know what I mean? Like, you already know Virginia was one of them states that, you know, snitching was frowned upon. Like, people didn't really like snitches at all like that in the beginning, you know what I mean? But like, once it just got overcrowded, it was really nothing you could do. You know what I mean? Then you had all type of maniac freaking snitches too, man. So like, just a freaking circus of snitching. And there was it was just a lot of people that couldn't do nothing about it, man. But with that being said though, we on Sussex 2 for this, y'all. We on Sussex 2. And I can remember, man, being in 4 building for this one, y'all. We in 4D for this one, man. I can remember, man, before I got to 4D, y'all, like, I had went to the hole from 2 building, man. This is before I got to 4 building, actually, because this is my first time going in the 4 building. But I can remember when I first left 2 building to go to the hole, I was in the hole, man. And like, while I was in the hole, it was just like events where you could talk to people and you can scream through your door. And I was blessed to be on the side where the window was at, you know what I mean, where you can see out on the yard, you know what I mean? So like, when you have that, like, you can communicate a little bit, you know what I mean? The little bit you can communicate, you can actually do it from being right there from that window. So I can remember them bringing a dude to the hole. But when they brought this dude to the hole, it was like, I just heard the whole pod that was in the hole. I'm talking about dudes that was locked up. It was like everybody just bigging them up. Everybody just was like loving them, kind of like. And I didn't really understand it. I didn't understand it, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know who dude was. But like, I could just tell like he was somebody. Because if you come to the hole and get love like that, it's different. But it was wild because he didn't even come to my pod. You know what I mean? I was upstairs in the hole. He was downstairs in the hole. So like he was on one of the 4 junks that was connected to me, and you can still communicate with people that's far downstairs from you like that. You know what I mean? You can still communicate with people that's in other pods. So he was downstairs, and I could hear the whole conversation of dudes just hollering at him. So when you in the hole, you get bored. You know what I mean? Sometimes you'll beard off dudes' conversation if they allow you to listen to it. If they gonna talk that much through the toilet or through the vent or whatever the case. I used to kind of beard off. I used to beard off it, man. So I'm in the cell one day, and I just hear him talking. So I hear what dude say he was from. So I hear him say my city. You know what I mean? I hear him say Norfolk, but after he said Norfolk, he started saying he used to be everywhere. You know what I mean? Like Norfolk, just where he used to kind of hustle at sometime, but he used to be everywhere. He was like, he was from this place, which I'm not gonna say, but he used to be kind of everywhere in Tidewater. He was one of those type of dudes. You know what I mean? So as he was talking to the dude, whoever he was talking to, man, the dude was treating him like he was the king. Like he was like his boss or something, man. Like I don't want to go too far and like put extra mustard on a hot dog or whatever the case, but like that's what it sounded like to me, man. He was super glazing dude. You know what I mean? So for like days, I was hearing this. So, you know, from days of their conversation, I'm hearing now that dude, he came from another compound, a level 2 joint, you know what I mean? He messed up on the level 2. They sent him to Sussex 2, you know what I mean? Now he's up there. And apparently he don't have a lot of time left. So, you know, everybody was just rocking with him. So now, when I seen people go to Child, now I'm seeing everybody that's go to Child. When people go to Child, he on the window side too. I'll look out my window and I just see dudes just at his window, just, yo, bro, we gonna call him Cool. You know what I mean? Hey, Cool, what's up, Cool? Cool, what's good? Yeah, hey, bro, I got you, need something. I'm gonna send you something, bro. What you got? Well, when you come out? Da, 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 da. Everybody's rocking with him, and I'm just seeing the love that he's getting from my city and a lot of other cities too. Like everybody's rocking with him. Like, and I didn't really understand. I didn't understand that, but like I say though, like it's you'll see a lot of stuff in prison that'll blow your mind, pause, and like it'll be crazy to you. You know what I mean? So I still didn't pay it no mind. So like one day, you know, he had mentioned a dude that I had heard of before that was from Norfolk. You know what I mean? And like he wasn't talking about him in a bad sense. He was talking about it like they did business together back in the day or whatever the case. So I happened to be in the Virginia Beach jail with this dude who he was talking about. So I had met dude. I didn't even meet the dude he was talking about. I didn't meet him on the street. I met him in the jail, and he just so happened to be a little older than me. And me and him bonded in Virginia Beach jail for both of us being from Norfolk. So he was just talking about the dude. You know what I mean? He was just talking about him. So that's what made me finally come to the vent. And I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? So when I screamed down the dude, you know what I mean? He told me his name was Cool. He asked me who I was. I told him who I was. You know what I mean? And I kicked it with him for a little bit just to see what he was talking about with bro. So he was like, yeah, that's my bro. We used to get money. Da 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 da. So everything was cool with that. So he had finally came up to the vent and told me that he was getting out. You know what I mean? He was like, he getting out. So when dudes that came from Child, everybody stopped at his window. He was like, yo, I'm coming to 4 building. Everybody looked like they was happy. Everybody looked like they was like ecstatic, like really like more than happy, like super, super happy. So bro, get out. You know what I mean? He got out way before me. So now, only thing I can see now is when I'm in the hole, when people come outside rec, they out there with him. He like out there and he kicking it with everybody. And he looks like he's the leader of this stuff, man. That's what it looks like, man. You know what I mean? The dude cool. I'm gonna say he was a brown skinned dude, man. Had the low cut game, you know what I mean? Had a little size to him. You know, he didn't look like he was no slouch at all. You know what I mean? He probably was like late 20s or something like that. But like he had that leadership, like he had leadership qualities as far as how he was moving himself. And he wasn't even a red team, blue team, or nothing. He was just somebody that everybody respected around Tidewater. So like he outside, everybody hollering at him, da-da-da-da, everybody hollering at him. So when I finally get out, they put me in the pod right beside him, which I went to 4D and he was in 4C. So when I went upstairs to 4D, man, I got up there, like the dudes from Norfolk that was up there, they knew him, but like a lot of them didn't really rock with him like that. You know what I mean? A few dudes that I was rocking with. So I didn't really ask them questions why they weren't talking to him, but dude wasn't from Norfolk anyway. He just used to be out in Norfolk and be out a lot of different places from Tidewater, basically. Y'all know Tidewater is 7 cities. Like, I don't want to confuse y'all. It's 7 cities in Tidewater, you know what I mean? So like, dude used to roam around everywhere, you know what I mean? But a lot of dudes that I knew when I got to Fort didn't really deal with him, you know what I mean? So I ain't paying no mind my first couple days there. So when I went outside, he was out there, and then the dudes I'm dealing with, they out there talking to him, you know what I mean? So he on the basketball court, we on the ball field. So everybody out there talking to him. I'm not talking to him like that. I spoke to him, you know, when we got the whole interview. Oh, bro, I was doing the bit. He's like, all right, that's what's up, you know what I mean? Got him up through the gate, that was it. But when he was at the fence, I promise y'all, man, I heard that man say some crazy stuff. That man was just like, yo, man, like, yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all ain't going to the crib. I'm about to get ready to go to the crib. Yeah, I'm going to the crib, bro. I got 8 months left. Like, here, dude had 8 months left. When I almost got 14 years left, like, that was like, like, I'd be happy for people, but like, man, 8 months, this dude really about to hit the street. So he out there bragging about how he about to go to the street. So dudes be like, yeah, man. He was like, man, I'm telling y'all, man, like, y'all better do what I did, man. Yeah. Y'all better do what I did, man. I don't care, man. He just going in, he just snapping out. So everybody, like, you know, at first, it was a shocker for me to hear somebody kind of like, you know, like confess something like this around a bunch of people. You know what I mean? And like, Sussex was filled with a bunch of maniacs. So like, to hear this dude really confess this was wild to me, man. This man said, yeah, I'm going to go to the crib. I'm about to go to the crib. That's how he used to talk. I'm about to go to the crib. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'm going to the crib. Yeah, I don't care about dude. Yeah, forget dude. I'm going to do it again. I get out there. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, I'm shocked, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm shocked. There's a lot of older dudes that was shocked. It was a lot of people that was shocked on the yard because this man was admitting to being a rat, y'all. So boom. I couldn't understand this type of stuff, man. But you know what, though? Prison is one of those places, man, where there's gonna be a lot of things happening that you're not gonna understand. But as he's saying this, he still has the crowd of the dudes that's on my big yard, on the ball field on my yard, standing there listening to this guy. And he's just going on and on and on about it, on about it. So when we get back to the pod, it was time for us to go back to the pod. I told y'all he's in 4C, I'm in 4D. So when it was time for us to go back to the pod, we going up the steps. When I get up the steps, it was an old head. I ain't gonna say where old head was from, but I'll give him probably like 38. He was like 38. You know what I mean? But he was one of those dudes that, you know, still thought he was thorough. You know what I mean? Moving around like he put that pain in or whatever the case. He going up the steps and he's just talking out loud about it. He's talking out loud about it. He was like, yeah, man, such and such. He called us real. He's like, yeah, cool, man, cool. Be ratting. Yeah, man, he ratted, man. I was in the jail with him, man. We was in the regional jail. He ratted. Yeah, he a rat. That's what he do. He a rat. He don't care about that. He a rat. Yeah, I don't go around him. I don't got no kicking for him. He a rat. He just going on. That's why you hear is rat coming out of his mouth. So we get up the steps. We go in the pod. So I pull up on the older dudes from around my town. Not really the older dudes. You know the dudes that they late to. The dudes that was older than me. Yo, what's up, bro, out that junk? You know what I mean? They were like, yo, you know, he ain't from the town, but, you know, he used to be out the town with such and such, Yeah, bro told on such and such, man, yeah, he be telling, like, that's what he gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm like, so what you mean that's what he gonna do? He like, man, he told, bro. He was there. He told on the dude. They said, my man told me this exact words. He was like, he told on the dude. The dude he told on, they was in the same jail. He said the dude that he told on seen him, and the dude cool beat the brakes off him. Say he beat the brakes off him, man. That's my homeboy exact words. He was like, Weezy, look, man, he beat the brakes off of Weezy. I was like, the brakes? He was like, bro, listen. He beat the man all the way until the police came, bro. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. He was like, man, listen, man, he definitely a rumble. He can rumble. He was like, man, he been upstate. You know what I mean? Like, he done been locked up as juvenile. Like, he been rumbling forever, bro. Like, so I'm like, man, that's crazy. Like, his size, and if you could thump like that, that would be crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's wild. I was like, man, he was out there bragging about what he doing or whatever the case. He was like, man, listen, like, that's the PG version of it, bro. He was like, man, that man don't care. So I'm like, yo, that's wild right there. I'm like, man, that's wild right there. So like, me going back to the cell, because it was about lockdown time, man. It was like, I had really like put my mind in the area where like, man, like, yo, like ranting is cool. Like, you know, I knew it wasn't cool. Don't get me wrong. I knew it wasn't cool. Like, I'm going to follow suit and do stuff like that. But just still though, like, this guy just trying to convince everybody on the yard that ratting was cool, y'all. So boom, we come out for count. As soon as we come out for count, we don't stand by for lunch. But around this time in 4 building, dumb sweet. Lady working here, lady working there. They got a boyfriend. They got a dude over here. Everybody down on these ladies around this time in 4 building. Y'all know the count. Super sweet shift, man, guaranteed. When we come out, I look up. I see the dude cool and another dude he was with coming in the pod. Now, they'll do sick call first. They'll do program, all that. So the door will be open and swinging. And dudes are 229 if they want to, sometimes. But this time around, I seen Cool coming in the chain. You know what I mean? Cool come up in the joint. He walk up in the pod. He duck off like over there by cell 13, like behind a little wall chain a little bit. You know what I mean? He went over by cell 13. Then he walked over behind the steps a little bit, was standing over there. So I don't know what he got going on. So he seen me as I was walking laps. I'm walking laps in the park. I ain't want to be too nosy. You know what I mean? But I picked him coming in. So I started walking laps. As I'm walking laps, he pinned me. I see him. I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? Now, I know he a rat. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I know he a rat. Like, the man is admitting to ratting, but what do you want me to do, y'all? He ain't rat on me. He ain't rat on my peoples. Like I'm not gonna be the first dude to just take off on a rat, man. Like, I know y'all be wanting me to be the superhero of all times, but I can't be the sacrificial lamb, man. I'm not, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta do my bid, y'all. Like, however y'all look at it, I gotta do my bid, man. But at the end of the day, I'm doing the laps. And he see me, he like, oh, what's up, Weezy? What's up, Weezy? Like, what's good? I was so happy to see that he came like this with a pound instead of the dap. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I would have dapped him up. You know what I mean? But he came like this. I was like, oh, what's up, bro? What's good? What you doing over here? He was like, ain't nothing. He was like, yo, who that dude is right there? You know, dude? I'm like, who dude right there? He like, yeah. I was like, bro, you know, I just moved in this jank, bro. I don't know. He was like, where you from? I was like, bro, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? Now, the dude he was talking about the dude that was coming up the steps talking jazzy. He was talking about that guy. Now, it wasn't my place to give him that information, bro. You a rat, bro. Like, go get the information from somewhere else, bro. You know what I mean? Now, at the end of the day, like I say, you know, maybe but for real, bro, I'm not getting into that. That's how I was looking at it. You know what I mean? So I spun him. I don't know who dude is. I don't know where he from. You know, I heard he was talking crazy. Yeah, I heard he was talking crazy. I'm like, I ain't nothing to do with that, bro. You know what I mean? So he was like, all right. So I spun. I mean, I kept doing my laps. So as I kept doing my laps, I'm starting to see now that the old head is jive looking. You know what I mean? They kind of like in a staring match, not really on no tough guy stuff, but like, I guess the old head pent like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what are you doing over here? So he probably rewinding the tape to himself and like, yo, I was talking reckless going to the steps. That's why he probably came to our pod next door. So they looking at each other. I'm seeing them spin the laps. So as I spend like a couple more laps, I go stand over there by my homeboys. My homeboys sleep in cell 3. So I'm standing over there, which is kind of not too far from the booth. So I'm standing over there with them. He like, yo, he was like, look, dude, cool, maniac, Weezy, man. He was like, what you be saying, maniac? He was like, you about to see a real maniac. I'm like, what you talking about? He was like, cool, about to go to the crib. He was like, look, watch what he do to dude, though. Watch what he do to dude. I'm like, what he gonna do to dude? As I was saying the words, what he gonna do to dude, man, that's all you heard was something like this. Like a super hard punch. That joint was like, and then when I turned and looked, they was back like where he cut hair at. They was back there where you cut hair at. And I just seen the dude cool just, man, like his fight game was bananas. I ain't even gonna lie, like he was one of them dudes that, you know what I mean? Like he coming. Like if you one of them dudes that keep trying to back up and you can get, nah, he like this, he walking you down. He was walking dude, after he punched dude gathered himself and dude squared up with him. He was right there with dude, boom, boom, boom. And they was just wrecking. Man, they was right there wrecking. The old head rumbled him back. But Cool was beating the brakes off him, man. He was getting him. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Dude was rumbling, he was beating him down. So the lady start hitting the jump. She see the jump. They right there fighting. Man, she start hitting the jump. Boom, 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 boom. But they all the way to the back. The bullets, the pellets, whatever those jumps are, they be popping. They wasn't reaching them. You know what I mean? They wasn't reaching them, man. So Cool just started doing. He just was doing dude. Dude looked like he got tired. Dude tried to grab Cool up because he probably was tired. As soon as he grabbed Cool, man, Cool just dropped straight low. And they seen him that old head in the air like this. He had him by his legs, man. He just took him for the ride of his life. King's the Million Gang. Boom! Dunk old head. Get old head on the ground. Start doing old head. Boom! Yeah, keep my name out your mouth. Boom! Keep my name out your mouth. Yeah. Boom! Yeah, you got a problem with it? Boom! You got a problem with it? Screen it in. Boom! He just keep punching dudes. So everybody just looking at it like, crazy, man. Police finally run in. Police running the jump. Grab them, man. Grab Cool. Grab dude. Break the joint up. You know what I mean? Dude got saved by the bail. You hear me? He got saved by the bail. I promise you that Cool do the dude dirty. I'm looking like, this junk crazy. They lock us down. Everybody in the cell like, yo, that junk crazy. I go in the cell. My cellar like, yo, who dude is? I'm like, man, dude is a rat that's dangerous, man. So boom. That's what it look like, man. He's a rat that's dangerous, man. Because for real, bro, you gonna be a rat. And then you gonna come beat somebody up that call you a rat. You are a dangerous guy, man. I'm being honest with you, man. Like, he's beyond Alpo, man. Like, this is some Alpo type of action, man. I seen it with my own eyes in penitentiary, man. Dude was a psycho. He was a psycho, man. I'm talking about when they handcuffed him and they was taking him out. This word, Cool was like, yeah. The sergeant dude was like, what you in here fighting for, man? You ain't even in this pod. What you in here fighting for? He said, yeah, somebody called me out my name. So he right there handcuffed. He's like, what'd he call you? He's like, he called me a rat. Yeah, he called me a rat. Well, the sergeant said, well, if you ain't rat, you ain't got nothing to worry about then if you ain't no rat. He said, no, I ratted. No, I told. Yeah, I told on the nigga. Yeah. Sergeant was like, man, get him out of here. Man. Get him out of here. They took that nigga out. Everybody on the door like, this shit is out of control, because this is kind of like, you know, it was the first for me. It was the first for me to experience this situation. And it was probably the first for a lot of other people in the block that experienced this type of situation, man. I ain't even gonna lie, the Richmond dudes was sitting back looking like, yo, this junk is out of control. They was looking like they was really happy and smiling that this was happening to somebody from Tower. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you know, like, somebody that's really like just pumping that energy of being a rat, man. Like how would y'all, that was crazy. I didn't know how to really respond to that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everybody would be like, yo, y'all supposed to clean them up, got them out the block. That's how y'all doing. Y'all penitentiary, man. Look, trust me, man. Half of y'all ain't been to penitentiary that be saying that, man. You know what I mean? And for real, in every penitentiary in the damn country, y'all got rats. Newsflash, man. There's rats in there. The dudes that y'all be looking up to in y'all gangs, the leaders and all of that, they be rats. There's rats in prison, man. And all the time they don't get dealt with. And that's just how I go, man. I hate to bring that reality to everybody, man, but all the time in penitentiary, man, a rat don't always get dealt with, y'all. So boom. Now, I'm not talking about the federal system. I'm talking about the state. You know what I mean? Like, you will have somebody come in there and just be extra gangster, and that's how he gonna carry it. You know what I mean? So, Cool went to the Bean. So when he went to the Bean, it was like, you know, everybody kind of forgot about him a little bit. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of forgot about him a little bit. Like, you know, because he went back there for about a month. You know what I mean? He went back there for about a month. So I come back in the pod one day to see the cot sitting right there in the middle. So you already know how them cots look. That's them cots from the hole. So I already knew somebody. I looked, the cot. I was like, yo, who they moving here? They was like, yo, I think they moved that beat, the stocky dude from next door. I'm like, who? They was like, the dude Cool. So I'm like, Cool? Like, he in our pod? They was like, yeah. So I look up at my man. That's in cell 3. I'm like, yo. He was like, yeah, they just moved, bro. I'm like, what they moving, man? He was like, he put him upstairs in 23. So I'm like, man, Lord, man. I'm like, this junk crazy, man. Like, this junk crazy. You know what I mean? Now, I was saying that junk was crazy, not on the strength that he's gonna get in my way and me and him gonna have a problem. I was saying it was crazy just on the strength that, like, his luck was crazy to get back in this building. You know what I mean? Now, the old head he beat up didn't come back to our pod. You know what I mean? But, like, now the dude Cool is over here with us. So, like, I don't want to be friends with this guy. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Like, you know, like, I'm just gonna keep it how me and him got to be speaking, and that's what it is. But I'm gonna try to see how everybody else gonna carry it too, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like I say, it could be a situation where everybody like, y'all, we supposed to have jumped on them, everybody and all that, but like, dudes don't be on that type of time like that, man. Like, every state is different. You know what I mean? Every state carries stuff different. It's like, you know, a rat is a rat, man. There's rats everywhere, man. You know what I mean? It's hard to freaking get rid of a rat. So, like, I'm just gonna move accordingly. That's how I was telling myself, you know what I mean? So I see him come down from cell 23. He come down the steps. He see me, he like, oh, what's up, Weez? He kept like, I would love that he would do this. Hey, what's up, Weez? What's good? I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? You all right? You over here now? He like, yeah, I'm over here now, bro. Yeah, I'm over here now, bro. I'm like, all right, that's what's up, man. Left it like that. I dipped to the cell, you know what I mean? When I go in the cell, my cell partner like, yo, they just brought that maniac dude over here that beat dude up last month, bro. I'm like, yeah, I see him, man. He was like, man, dude, crazy. Like, man, my homeboy told me, man, he told, bro. I was like, yeah, bro, like, dude, like he glorified that stuff. Like, that's what he do. You know what I mean? He glorified that stuff, man. So I'm like, that John crazy, man. So, like, I watched him move in the pod. And for real, I'm not gonna call the dude names out, man, because it was like it was two dudes from my town. It was two dudes from my town, man. It was a couple of dudes from other towns too, and it was some dudes from his town. But I watched them form like an alliance, like they was all together, like, you know, and like they really was following him and rocking with him. Now, y'all already know power rules, you know what I mean? Like, and when you have power like that can take you a long place in the prison. That can take you somewhere decent. But he moved in our block. When he moved in our block, he went to the visitor room that same weekend. When he came back from the V room, that man came back with that pack. Now, he ain't come back with no la, nothing like that, you know what I mean? But that's what they were saying he was doing when he was on the level 2 getting that bread. So now that he's in our block, he go to the VI, he come back with that word, he come back with that D block. He got that D block, the same thing the Richmond dudes be getting and all of that, you know what I mean? So he got that D block. I didn't know how much he had or whatever the case, but he has the D block. I watched 2 dudes from my city and a couple of other dudes from other cities, man, hang with this dude, man. Work for this dude, man. I'm watching it with my own 2 eyes, man. I'm watching the jump, man. I'm sitting back in the cut looking like, I can't believe this, man. But you know what, man? Like I told y'all, man, prison is like a freaking roller coaster, y'all. So boom. Doesn't surprise me when I see things like this, man. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna see stuff like this that just gonna throw you off. You know why, man? Because prison is one of those places, man. We're on another whole planet. You know what I mean? Like anything's possible in that jump, man. So like, I'm watching him form his crew. This man actually formed his own crew. He got probably 4 or 5 months left, 6 months left. This man formed a crew, man. He got dudes walking with him, holding stuff, selling for him. He's doing his thing. I can't even lie. He had the D block. He had the D block. The Richmond dudes didn't want to do business with him because he was a rat. You know what I mean? And there was a few old heads from Norfolk and a couple of other dudes that didn't want to do business with him because he was a rat. But he didn't care about that. As long as you don't disrespect him was his motto. You know what I mean? Like, just don't disrespect me. And that was a crazy motto to have when everybody know you a rat. But that was that man motto, man. So like right now on the block, he got the block lit. You know what I mean? Off the D block. You know what I mean? Not off the lot. He got the jumping. He getting money. And back then that D block was crazy. Dude was spending money on that. You know what I mean? So he out there doing his thing. So I'll say probably about that first week of him doing his thing, like everything I went straight. Everything was going good. I'm talking about like that man was winning. That man was winning off that D block, man. I can remember one day we was on the ball field. So we on the ball field and everybody out there. You know what I mean? Everybody outside. Everybody out there jump. Nice old day outside. I think it was like April, around the time like this. Everybody out there jump. And I don't know what had happened. I don't know who said what or why, case or whatever. I don't know nothing. I don't get me to lie about this, y'all. I only tell y'all what I witnessed. I witnessed the dude cool, man, come out of nowhere. As I'm on the yard, I'm talking to two buildings, which is, I'm on their side of the yard. We on the ball field, but I'm way down the side where two buildings at, talking to them on the basketball court. Somebody said, look back, Weezy, look back. When I look back, I see a dude trying to fight. You know what I mean? He had his guard up, but they a little distance from me. He got his guard up. He trying to fight another dude, but all I'm seeing is cool come from the back. He got something in his hand. I didn't know what it was. I just saw it was white. It was kind of far. I didn't see him coming like this. Man, he swung that. When I seen him swinging it, man, when I seen him swinging the jump, man, I promise you, that's when I saw what it was. And that jump was cracked, dude, like this. And I promise y'all, everything I love, I heard that jump way down there where I was at. Man, that jump said, he cracked dude in his head. Dude said, because he's not even facing Cool. Cool, he came from the back. And Cool came from the back and swung that adapter in the sock, because that's what we found out it was. Man, he caught dude. Boom! And he caught dude. Dude said, boom! Dude hit the ground. I was like, oh, he hit the ground. Everybody started getting away from him. Everybody got away. Everybody was like, yo, what's going on? Everybody was like, yo, the police, they got a little tower they'll be on. Then you have the COs that'll walk around, but nobody saw this, man. Nobody saw this, man. That man was knocked out unconscious, y'all, all the way up till they popped that gate. All the way up till they popped that gate, man. Them people popped that gate. Them people came in that jump, seen that man laying down there unconscious. Man, them people grabbed that dude, called the code, called the medical. They got us off the yard, man. This is my word. That man was out cold. I'm saying in my head, like, yes, this snitch about to get out of our pod, man. Like, for real, I'm tired of really looking at his face, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's an all-time rat, though, man. Like, I don't really want to be in a block with him for real like that. So I'm like, this right here gonna get him off the jump, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of feeling like Tiger Woods in my mind a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Man, them people came in that jump, man. The dude wasn't in our pod, by the way. Excuse me for not mentioning that, you know what I mean? But I promise y'all, he was downstairs in 4 building. He slept in 4A in a non-tobacco pod. But I promise y'all, man, they locked us down. We came back from rec. They locked us down. This was a morning time rec. I'm thinking we gonna be done. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna come get bro. Everything will be done. Man, we sat in that jump. They came and counted. After they counted, man, I promise you, ladies said, stand by for child. 4D, y'all on standby for child.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.